And we're getting ready. Get ready indeed. Alrighty. Hey everybody. And welcome to my channel. I am Super Pac. Oh, it's Saturday afternoon. Been waiting for Saturday to come since Monday. Of course. That's how it works around here. Oh, how you all doing today? Hey, London Lass, how you doing this fine Saturday? It's arcade versus console day. I'm actually looking forward to this one. We're going to do a lot of stuff on this one. We're going to do a lot of games, do a lot of comparisons. So, basically, I thought of this. We, back in my day when I was younger, I used to hang around the arcade, play a bunch of games, you know, and of course you would always find Atari games. Of course, Atari was one of the big manufacturers of arcade games in the 70s. Of course, they made the Atari 2600 or VCS, depending on what era you're coming from. And, well, of course, they made their own games for their own console. So, what I thought today is that we're going to take a bunch of them that we haven't really used in any of the previous arcade versus consoles, simply because of the fact that they only had a limited number of console ports to choose from, not including emulators. Emulators don't count because of the fact that that's literally the arcade game. Same programming, same everything. Sounds and all. Talking about a programmed port. Somebody went out of their way in Atari and made a home console version, not of that of the arcade. So, let's take a look at some of the games that we'll be taking take a look at for today. I can come up with whole words and everything. Okay, there's the Atari. Yeah. So some of the games we're going to be looking at is Millipede. Millipede is the sequel to Centipede. Came out about a year later. 2 years later, excuse me. And, oh yeah, there's a lot going on with this game. Oh my goodness, you have, of course, Millipede. You have the spiders. You even have two spiders. Bees, dragonflies, beetles, you name it, it's there. Also, you can have DDD bombs that which you shoot. They can eliminate all life around it. Mushrooms, critters, you name it. It's all there. And there's a 2600 version of this that we'll take a look at as well. Then there's Crystal Castles, your Bentley Bear, trying to collect all the gems in this particular maze. Of course, you have to watch out for the trees, the witch, the bees, and of course the gem eaters. 1984 arcade game. Rather gorgeous game, as a matter of fact, one of the few high-res games at that time. And the 2600 version is going to be played here as well. Follow that. Missile Command, one of the probably earliest, greatest as far as the video game, as far as the console version is concerned as well, because they both came roughly shortly around the same time. Missile Command, of course, you have to defend your cities from, gee whiz, missiles and other aerial objects. Where it's run out of ammo. Well, you're kind of screwed there. You lose all your cities. The game's over. There's a 2600 port of this as well. Battle Zone. Now, there's a lot of rumor that this game is actually a simulator for the United States Army. That's not entirely true. But it's a great vector graphic game where you, with your tank, go and shoot out enemy tanks and other enemy things, for lack of a better term. Got to watch out for the obstacles, and of course you have two joysticks that help you steer around and pretty much run into things, and probably can't steer too well because, you know, things. So. And there is an Atari 2600 version of this as well. Asteroids, one of the great classics of 1979 for Atari, another great vector graphic game, and you got to have that for the Atari 2600 as well. Shooting around asteroids that are coming towards you, and also alien ships. Buckner and Garcia actually made a song about this song called Hyperspace. It's actually quite good. And once again, like I said, there's a 2600 version floating around to be played as well. And finally, Warlords. Warlords is kind of it's kind of hard to explain. You have the 4 players, and pretty much you're shooting each other's castle down. But you also want to try to defend your own castle at the same time. Generally play with paddles. If we get to this game, fantastic. Probably only going to play the arcade game because I'm having a devil of a time trying to get the emulator to work correctly with this particular ROM set. Maybe a bad ROM set, I don't know. But nevertheless, it's there. Warlords from Atari. And those are the games that we're going to be taking a look for today. And we're going to hit pause, and we're going to get the emulator all fired up, and we will be back in just a moment or two. Stand by. Alrighty. Music loud, sorry about that. Turn it down just a little bit more. It can't be turned down much more than that, I have to say. So we'll deal with that as it comes. Just do the master volume then. Alright. Get down about 10 or 12. Alrighty. This, folks, is Millipede. Like I said, Millipede is the sequel to that of Centipede. Came out about a year later or so. And as you can see just from this attract screen, there's a heck of a lot going on. You got dragonflies, mosquitoes, earwigs. The mushrooms can actually grow and die right in front of your very eyes. Bees, beetles, inchworms, DDT bombs, of course, spiders, and naturally the millipede. And as you see here, you even see some of the scoring that's going on here. Takes 2 shots to kill the bee. They're much like the flea in the original game. Spiders, you even get an up-close shot at 1,200 points instead of just 900. Dragonflies coming about you. You see they increase in score as you hit them. Controller just dropped out of reach. Try this again. You suck at this game? I first played this in Marty's back room when he still ran a video game store. So this is quite a learning curve as far as playing the game. So let's go ahead and see what Millipede is all about. As I put in a credit, and here we go. We get the choice you get to choose a 15,000 start or a 0 start, or Wimps 0 start it is. Similar style, similar sounds, bit faster. And naturally, you have mushrooms in your shooting field. Your shooting field is actually highlighted this time, so you can actually see how high you can go. If you have less than 5 mushrooms in your shooting field, something is going to come at you. In this case, it's a beetle. Ooh. Beetles turn the mushrooms into flowers, and the flowers cannot get shot down. They will remain as is, like that. Takes 2 shots to get rid of the bee. Ooh. And once again, if you get anything that touches the bottom, like a millipede here in this case, touches the bottom of the screen. Oh boy. A bee raid. I get that one, and I'm kind of getting used to the thumbstick here. Ah! Every damaged mushroom is worth an extra 5 points. 15,000 is your extra life, that says there at the bottom of the screen. Make 2 flowers, and 3 flowers. They stay until mushroom growth happens. There's an earwig. Touches the mushroom, makes it poison. That means the millipede will come straight down to the bottom. Another earwig. And an inchworm. Inchworm floats down the board. Yep, there we go. The earwig, not enough. Okay. The 2600 did indeed have a trackball. Got my extra life. In fact, I have one here. Don't have it here for play because I'm not playing the actual Atari. Oopsie. The 5200 also had a trackball. The problem with the 5200's trackball is that it was A, massive, It's almost the size of the actual console. Oh, I hate those. Mosquitoes. Oh, that one hit the poison mushroom. The other ones did not. Oh, that one did too. Oh, good. Now, I can't make them hit the bottom again. If they do, I'm going to get new millipede hits I have to contend with. That was close. Also, certain creatures, like the beetles and the dragonflies, will cause the screen to go up and down. That will gain you a new DDT bomb as it comes along. So, in other words, if the screen goes up, you're going to lose some stuff. If the screen goes down, you're going to gain some stuff. In this case, again, more mushrooms and more DDT bombs. Another credit. This time, we're actually going to go and do something worse. We're going to go up to 15,000. Now, there's also, if you have a certain disc switch setting, there's a 30,000 start, but that can actually start you with two spiders at the same time. Won't that be fun? One thing about the spider, take a look at the spider, it only goes in one direction. It can bob up and down, sure, but it only travels left or right. It does not backtrack. Gotta get rid of you. There you go. Get rid of you. And no bee comes down on the first wave, only the second wave and onward. The earwig starts on the third wave. And the bee and the earwig will never appear on screen at the same time. There goes the beetle. Ah, right by the mushroom. Goodness. I wish I did have a joystick for this. I truly do. I mean, trackball. Hello. No, joysticks are not real great for this thing. Come on. Really. Oh, there's a lot going on with this game. I'm trying to get at least my score into the vanity table. That's all I want. Now, it's funny, I have a Ms. Pac-Man with a... Really? I have a Ms. Pac-Man with a multicade board in it. And it does have this game in it. And you play it with a four-way joystick, I tell you, it is torture. You gotta wait for me. Get back here! Are you freaking kidding me? Well, at least I stopped the extra heads from coming out. Oh, denied. Here they come. Went right on through. Yeah, got a few hundred points out of that. Oh, managed to get a flower out of that anyway. Wave 4 comes the damn mosquitoes. They are a pain in the ass. You have to go backwards and forwards. Oh, inchworm! There goes the growth. Screwed up the maze. Now that all your mushrooms have been reset. Me too. London Lass says, I hate bugs. Well, I tell you, I'm not exactly fond of them myself. Especially things like bees. Spiders are I'm okay with. Bees, not so much. Ah! Boo! Ah! My heads are coming out faster now. Did not get my name on the vanity table. Man. Hey, Ben. What'd you say there? I take 8-bit bugs over modern graphics? Well, you know, they did modernize... I'll take a break here for a second. They did modernize Centipede to an extent. They made a more graphical version for that of the Genesis. Allergic to stinging insects. It ain't pretty... Yes. Oh, well, me too. They modernized graphics for Centipede. And I believe for Missile Command, they made it an arcade classic compilation. Big problem with it, it sucked. The sounds were lousy. I would rather play the 2600 version of Centipede over the Genesis version. Not the an emulation version, but literally what they made for it. So, one more time. I will get this. I swear I'll get this. Come on. There it goes. We have a DDT by itself. It's an 800-point item. It destroys everything. Oh, that flower's gonna kill me. Oh, no, it won't. Spider will. Oh, that was big. Well-timed shot there. Let's see if I can get this one too. Nope, completely missed it. Seriously. Here, the spider's already starting fast because they've already achieved the point goal. In this case, wow. Just ram right into it. Oh, I got my extra life. Timing. See, spider comes out in no time whatsoever. There is a point where two spiders, like I said, will come out. Oh, Lord. Fill the play area with mushrooms. Make them come down a lot faster. Like that. Ay. 41,000. Missed it by about 4,800 points. Not a friendly Spider-Man. No, I'm afraid not. Oh, like I said, it's weird playing it with a thumbstick. It's even weirder playing with a D-pad. I wish I had a trackball for this, but analog thumbstick it will. Missed it by that much. Absolutely. Thank you, Maxwell Smart. Probably some of the younger viewers who will eventually watch this on the VOD. Who the hell is Maxwell Smart? No, that's the coffee you drink, right? Get to the last drop. Inspector Gadget, that's right. Thank you, London Pass. Are you kidding me? Inspector Gadget, yes. Well, even Inspector Gadget has age on it. I mean, it came out in the early 80s. I guess because it still gets rerun all over the place. I have to admit, when I was a kid, I did watch Inspector Gadget. Can't naysay on that too much. But then again, back in the 80s, and particularly the 70s when I was a child, television was saturated with cartoons back in those days. There used to be a time, kiddos, where there used to have Saturday morning cartoons on all the major networks. We're talking about ABC, CBS, and NBC. Fox didn't exactly exist yet. You watched anime. Ah, okay, well, good for you. The anime I watched back in those days was Speed Racer. If you want to count. It technically is anime, but, yep. And if you want to go back, because they westernized a lot of them, like Astro Boy and Speed Racer and such. They also had, they had Voltron, which actually was Go Lion, or Dottie Ruga, depending on which season you were watching. Robotech, which of course was Macross. Remember when DC had a cartoon block? Ah, really? See, I don't remember that. Captain Harlock, sure. I remember, like Spider-Man, the '67 series. I watched that in reruns when I was a child. I know that Marvel. Now, when I was an adult, when I just literally started, got out of high school or whatever like that. Shortly after that, the X-Men cartoon came out. Batman Beyond, Batman animated series, Superman. Sure. I think those came out after I was already out of school. So Superman, Batman, Justice League. Well, when I was a kid, we had Super Friends, and of course, like Casey Kasem, legendary disc jockey, was the voice of Robin. Nolan Soleil was the voice of Batman. Okay, chum, let's get into the Batmobile. I can't even do it. Holy flat tire, Batman. Yeah. Shut up, Robin. Get out. Don't let the eject button hit you on the way out. One more time. I can't do this right. Gotta get my name in the vanity table. It's gonna happen, folks. It's gonna happen. Celebrate. Yep. Throw me stickers. Throw me anything. Not anything. There's some things I don't want thrown at. Water balloons. Cream pies. I'm just going to let that beetle do its thing because it absolutely hit nothing. Love it. There you go. Another beetle. Missed just about everything again. Yep. Oh, Lord. Okay. I got some points out of that. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, damn. Got him. Okay, I'm actually doing pretty good here. Famous last words. No, what did I tell you? Okay. Just trying to get rid of mushrooms. Spider will help get rid of mushrooms as well. The spider will eat mushrooms anytime it crosses one of those. Excuse me. Unfortunately, it's not doing what I wanted to do. Get rid of you. There you go. Ah. I don't know how the spider did not get me there. I don't care, I'll take it. That's a lot. I think if I can just get... Yeah. Hit the vanity table, I think. Yay! No, I didn't. I'm thinking the wrong score. 41,000. Sad. Alright, alright. No more. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, so, having said that, let's turn it over now to the console version. Hello, console. Oh, got stickers. Yay, a sticker. Yes. Thanks for the sticker, London Louse. Appreciate it. So, Atari, of course, had to make their arcade games for their home consoles. Think of it like home demand. And you have to kind of consider the Atari VCS, as neat as it was, didn't have anywhere near the memory, didn't have anywhere near the horsepower, anything of an arcade game. I mean, we're talking about like 1K cartridges. So how in the world are going to take that, which we just saw, and turn it into a home console game and still kind of keep it all where you want to play it? Well, they did. And they did a pretty good job of it, I have to admit. So, having said that, move this over here. Batter. So I can... Oh, yes. Goodness. Who is that here? No bits, sorry. No bits, sorry. Oh, it's okay, Vin. London Last gave a tier 1 sub to Nerdad. Hey, Nerdad. If you join in, thanks. Appreciate it. Nerdad. Alrighty. He plays some Final Fantasy games that Final Fantasy 8. We're playing 9. He's wonderful to chat with. Excellent player. Good stream if you check him out. Alrighty, let's see. Once again, let's get back into... we gotta capture the game. That's right. Otherwise, you'll be seeing a blank screen. And not that I have done that before, huh? Okay. There it is. Yay, Millipede. Now, as you can see, you have similar things there. You have the DDT bombs that clearly say DT, so that's close enough. There's a spider bobbing up and down. There's your millipede, kind of static looking. Those little rectangles are mushrooms, and of course that big old rectangle is you. There's a beetle coming down. Those little lines underneath the mushrooms means they're turning into flowers. Doesn't have the same graphic prowess. Oh my goodness, look at all the bees. But it certainly does have the gameplay, at least what we see so far. So, let's play. Starting select. Oh, I'm going to start at 30. Here we go. Let's see. Got 2 spiders coming at me. One, yep, there's the other spider. Fantastic, and they're both going in opposite directions. Oh boy. And for whatever reason, I can't. There we go. Yep. No, jeez. Wow. Came out of nowhere. That one excellent placed DDT shot. What did it? All right. Ooh, 1,800 points. By the way, millipede segments are worth 10, heads worth 100. Last one automatically becomes the head and automatically becomes fast. And I got a flower there, of course. Gotta get extra life. Come on. Now, because you can't see mushroom damage here, what happens is that every 3rd mushroom gets counted as 5 points. And of course, yeah. Here we did this thing. There's growth. Yeah, this was... If you had a 2600, this is what you got. And surprisingly good. Oh, man. Surprisingly good. Like I said, graphics are okay. About what you expect. The gameplay, however, is intense. A lot going on here. You got dragonflies, you got bees, millipedes, spiders. I just died. So yeah, and even gave you a game over little slate there. So have you ever seen the Atari 2600 version of Centipede, which I have in one of my previous streams, that you can find on YouTube, you can find that it has very similar graphics. But this game, like I said, has everything thrown at you just like the arcade game. Does it stack up against the actual arcade game? Absolutely. Look at that. You got all the mosquitoes coming down. One drawback of the Atari being first console is the massive differences cabinet console. Yes, that is absolutely true. We didn't start seeing similarities to the console versus the cabinet until about Generation 2. And there's kind of a blur on Generation 2. That would be like the ColecoVision. The ColecoVision was a much more advanced system than that of the Atari. The Atari 5200 also is in range of Generation 2, the next up console from that of the original Atari. But having said that, there was still a vast difference between what you can literally put on that humongous motherboard for the arcade game versus what you can stick into a cartridge. All the hardware is in the console, but the programming is in that tiny little cartridge. And when you're talking about the average game size was maybe 1 or 2K for this era of gaming, they're gonna have to squeeze out something to make this work. In this case, Millipede, I think, did a fine job. We're going to go back here. I'm not going to start at 30. I want to actually see what I can do with starting at 0. And that's a really good shot. 1,200 points for that. Keep that DDT handy in the bottom. Okay, maybe not. Oh. Very good. Similar waves, similar collision. Similar waves. Third wave, of course, was a raid wave. All the bees. Okay. And once again, if certain things happen, like if you have only so many, there's the earwig. And wow, if the millipede comes down, it's going to come straight on down, no matter what. It's at the top row. Crap. Yep. Oh, cleared them because of growth. I like that. Oh, crap. That was not what I intended, but hey, I'll take it. Don't like that. I'll get him. Oh, got him. Now, difference in this one, where the earwig is concerned, in the arcade game, the earwig hits the mushroom and immediately poisons it. In this version, it has to clear the entire width of the screen. Yeah, that's kind of hard to do. Another DDT. And every time you clear a wave, by the way, it goes down one. So therefore, you get a new DDT bomb to have fun with. Almost like the actual DDT, it will kill everything in its path. So what do you all think? Tell me what you think if you happen to be lurking in here of this particular version of Millipede against the arcade classic. I think it did a substantial job. I played the hell out of this when I was younger. It was fun to play. Even the Atari joystick. Now, the Atari 4-point joystick did very well with this. If you were fortunate to have a trackball, it was even better. This trackball was that much more precise. But either way, even with the thumbstick here, because there's sensitivity, I noticed that I have to literally lean on it to make him go faster from the start. Otherwise, he's going to go slow. They did a great job. Agreed. Agreeing to Vin? Yes. What he said? Absolutely. Massive chasm of difference between the power of that of the arcade game. And if you want to go back to some of the other games like Ms. Pac-Man and Pac-Man, again, there was a great many different disadvantages to that as well. A lot of these programmers who made these games back in this day didn't actually have the cooperation of the manufacturer of the arcade game to program their version. Notably, like Gary Kitchen, who programmed Donkey Kong for the Atari 2600. According to the recently released Atari 50th Anniversary Collection, he literally they brought in a Donkey Kong arcade machine, and he pretty much watched it played and programmed it based on that observation. That's how a lot of it was done. It's just that some games seem to have gotten it better than others. Now, Atari, on the other hand, is a little different. A lot of the people who were in Atari, like Ed Logg, one of the co-creator of Centipede, I believe he was also involved with the creation of the 2600 version. So they actually had a direct source. But of course, it's all Atari. That's what this is about. So you won't see Pole Position, you won't see Pac-Man, you won't see Defender, Moon Patrol, or any of those type of games in this particular episode, because none of them were made by Atari from the arcade days. But these are all Atari games. So, having said that, we're going to switch it up one more time. I'm going to hit pause, and we're going to switch games, and we'll be right back. And what that was the sound of Crystal Castles powering up. That'll be the next game coming up. Let's take a look at it right now, shall we? Alrighty. Crystal Castles. This was a pretty neat game. There are some Easter eggs in this game. We're not going to really explore so much, but it's to help kind of boost your score, and also is for the programmers so they can continue on just jumping forth a whole mess of mazes, so they can just go forth and continue programming. That's what I love about attract modes. It gives you a very good idea of what the game's about. That's what they did back in the day. So Magic Hat, there's Bentley. He's invincible. He can defeat the witch. There's Gem Eaters. Get them while they're eating. That's how you destroy them. Take too much time, you're going to be bombarded with bees. Or if you steal their honey pot, same thing. And if you take a look carefully, there are letters up there. There's a F and an L and another L, and that's literally an Easter egg of the programmer and stuff like that. But behind that maze, if you jump up, you get 1,000,000 points, and it goes forth a whole mess of levels. Those are crystal balls. They eat the gems. You want to try to get the last gem, ultimately. Get as many gems as you can, but you want to be the one that gets the gem last. That gives you bonus points and moves on to the next maze. If one of the creatures gets it instead, well, you still move on to the next maze, but you get no bonus points, so it sucks to be you at that point. That's how that works. This was a cool game. I enjoyed this. Another trackball game from Atari. In fact, a lot of these are trackball games now I think about it from Atari. Why not? Because they kind of made that thing possible. Let's put a quarter in. Let's see. Do I have this loud enough? Yeah. Credit 1? Yeah. Press start. Okay. Does not like my joystick. Didn't think of that. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Yep. I turn on the analog here. Nope. I will have to remap this as we do this. Fantastic. That was the suckiest game of Crystal Castles I've ever done. Alrighty. Let's see if I can actually do this right. Frickin'. Okay. I see. Player 1, track analog. Well, that will do it. I'm going to use the arrows. Screw this. Okay. I have 2 credits, huh? I guess that's for sympathy. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and hit that. Interesting. How about that? Well, I hit the button and it disappears. That is fantastic. Alrighty, let's try it one more time. I still see nothing. Well, hey, there it goes. Okay. Give myself a bunch of credits. Okay, let's give myself 2 credits for sympathy. Alrighty. Stand by for just a second here, folks. Now, let's see what I can do here. According to this, we're going to use the keyboard because it's actually programmed to do that. Let's see how well that works out. It probably won't. I don't care. Okay, a little bit better. Anyway, okay, that's great. Let's just run right into him, shall we? Okay. And look at that last one there. There you go. 1,000 for the bonus. Jumps to the next maze. Okay, we're going to run into some honeypots and some trees. Now, you can't defeat the trees only unless you have a magic hat. So what you get to do in this case is to jump over them. And for whatever reason, it wants to... You stun the trees that way. Don't do that. There you go. Yay! Moving on to the third one. Ay, ay, ay. You can kind of sneak out that way. Oh, did not... Supposed to go up one more. Oopsie. Go around the backside there. You can see my boots. Got rid of him. Get in the elevator if I can. Actually, I'll let him do that. Oh, crap. Oopsie. Oh, that's right, the last life. Crap. Really? I get on the vanity table on this one. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Why not? 12th. Bit of an issue with the controls, but again, it was the trackball game, so there's that. Try one more. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna go all the way back here. And there we go. Go up a bunch. Oh my goodness. They're that much. They're after me. This might be a little tougher than I remember. I really did this. The sounds. That was the game. This is what it sounded like back in the day. Of course, the higher the... Oh, of course you got up here. You suck. Yeah, the bees were something to contend with. Oh, man. Now, the bees can ride the elevator, by the way. Just because. Man. Whoopsie. Now, see if I get a high score with that one, because I got 140,000 points. Yeah, of course. And he remembers my high score from last game. How about that? The memories. The sounds. The sounds were quite basic of this particular game. Basically, the higher up you were on the board, the higher pitched the gem sound was when you got it. Very basic, you know. The bees, they kind of did a da 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 da, almost like a Jaws type thing. Basically, that's it. I mean, what do you want? It was a cute game. It really was a cute game. Oh, look at that. Pack. Now the initials are mine. My letters are on the maze. That's pretty cool because I got the highest score. Little tidbits like that. So let's take a look. They had an Atari 2600 version again. Will it be the same graphically? Probably not. Will it play the same? We'll find out. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Bring back up the other emulator. First hit the console. There's my TV. Oh, I loved my TV back when I was a kid. It did everything. Back then when you would actually want to watch TV. Not so much today, have to admit. Crystal Castles, where are you? There you are. Slide you over here so I can actually see chat. Alrighty. And let's go ahead and capture the screen. Talk to myself. There we go. And voila. Yeah, that's about what I remember. Does it have an attract mode? Sing it. No, I'm not singing it. No singing. Apparently, you've never heard me sing before.
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh, yes, you. It's like low-level sandpaper. Oh, there's a maze. As you can see, it doesn't look much like the arcade game. It's basic in color. And you can see there's the crystal balls, and that's Bentley Bear, and he just got hit by a crystal ball. Right. Let's see how well it plays. Now remember, this is not made for a trackball for this one because it's the home version. But will it play well? Let's find out. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Oh boy, they're fast. Now this is horrible. I'm being told. This was the game. This is what it was. Let's see, you got a naked teddy bear. Ooh, getting after me. There's only 3 gems left. 2. And got him. Up there is a... Oh, wow. You were coming after me pretty fast there. You stun the trees. Got the honey pot. Soon that bunch of bees will be coming after me. But I stole the honey. Ah! Looks like Grogu. Does it? Brown goat punchy? Well, the ears are not big enough, I don't think, for Grogu. I must have the difficulty. Yep. You're not a fan of Baby Yoda? I'm not a fan of Baby Yoda's name. Grogu. It sounds too much like Gogurt. Sounds too much like a breakfast thing. Why'd you have to put me back up there? Wow. Oh yeah? What are the difficulty settings on this one? I wonder. Can I see them? Is it on the other screen? It's on the other screen, of course. Alright, so dip switches. It's on B. No wonder. Okay, try it again. Watch it be worse. Yeah, just a little worse. They're only faster. Bees are coming. There we go. I'm sick of seeing Baby Yoda's face and everything, even at the grocery. That is true. I will give you that, Vin. I will give you that. But you gotta remember, who markets this stuff now? Back when it was countered, it was almost as bad. I will say that. But this is Disney. They market everything. Everything Disney. And they're good at it. They certainly do saturate the market. Okay. Okay. Sooner or later I'm going to have some bees. And then they're not going to like me. Let's see where they land. Darth Vader used to be the face of Star Wars as well as R2-D2. That is true. See, I'm protected by the wall there. Strangely. Ah. That is true. Darth Vader is still, I believe, the most marketed of the Star Wars characters. It's been the most recognized. Followed by... Really?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, yeah. Boba Fett. My daughter loves Boba Fett. Boba Fett, excuse me. I don't know how I missed that. Don't know how the heck I missed that. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh, really? One blasted gem. You know what? No, start. Nope, nope, nah. Wait a minute. There. Ha. Show you. Much better. Look at that. Look how slow they are. Gives me a fighting chance to actually not look bad. You're playing a 40-year-old game here on Twitch.
Are you cheating?
No, I'm not. Using the dip switches in your Atari 2600 is not cheating. They put them there for a reason. I'm doing the Kobayashi Maru thing. I didn't rewrite the rules. They just happen to be there for me to switch them. I do wish that when I do a diagonal run like that, it would actually collect all the frickin' gems. Well, see, one thing about Darth Vader, he was just cool. Yeah, he liked to choke people and all that, but, you know, deep down, he's a nice guy. Certainly a fashionista as far as, you know, what he wore. R2-D2 was quite snarky. Certainly had a peevish sense of humor. Gave 3PO hell. Not that 3PO deserved it. Yeah, he did. Now, everyone out there loved 3PO. 3PO was everyone's favorite. The yesteryear Jar Jar Binks. There we finally. Crisp dresser. Yes. My dad liked Darth Vader. He was the life of the party, wasn't he? Remember when Lando brought Han and Leia, you know, to dinner? Get him. Yes. Darth Vader was there, and how cool that looked, and you even got Han's blaster. All cool. Han. Yes, Han. Try to save Han. Han. What? And all of a sudden, his name was Han. So if they can do that in the movie, I can do that too. Even though it's wrong. Oh. Get the witchy. Yay, got the witch. So the mazes were far simplistic. No elevator this one, huh? Okay. Come on, grab the gemmy. Yes. Grab the gemmy. Get the gem. Get the gem. Get the gem. Don't make me. Fine, I'll get these. Gem eater, eat a gem. Thank you. Wasn't that hard? And there's bees coming. That was close. Soothing chaos. Lando said it correctly. Who asked you? Oh, come on. Hey, got the extra life. Eat a gem. Oh, you ate the gem. See? Wasn't that hard. Oh, crap. Crap. Good job. Good timing. Really? Aha. Okay, I'm going to leave him. I'm waiting for that to devour me? I don't think so. Because I'm Bentley Bear. You're not. Yay! Oh, that's right. I'm wearing the damn hat. Idiot. That's only good on the witch. Oh, damn. Missed it. Eat a gem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, London Lass. Even London Lass. And you're a mod. You're a mod. I see how it is. Okay, that's fine. Hey, no, want to play that way. Fine. Turn off the emulator. That's fine. Crystal Castle for the Atari 2600. Stands up very well, very easily against the arcade game. Doesn't have the graphic prowess, certainly, but it has certainly the gameplay. A lot of fun to play, too. I played the hell out of that when I was a kid. Oh, man.
Cool story, bro.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Really? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, let's get an arcade emulator first. We're going to hit pause. Play some music. And we'll be right back. Cool story, bro. Alrighty, here we are. 1980! Color video games are just coming to existence. And of course, everyone is living in a happy land, hence why Missile Command is such a thing. As you can see, it's a rather delightful looking game. It pretty much says everything's A-OK. Sure. So basically what you do is you take your cities and, well, you defend them. You have a cursor there that you move around with your trackball. And all those missiles that are coming down and trying to hit your cities, you got to defend them. You got 6 of them to do so. You have 3 bases to shoot from. Now, if you run out of missiles from your bases, you're SOL, because then you're defenseless, and that could actually hurt your cities. If you run out of cities, aka they're all destroyed, well, then that spells bad news for the world, because the world pretty much ends. Oh my goodness, happy times in 1980. And if you're old enough to remember, there was a lot of things going on. President Carter was not exactly a popular person, thanks to the energy crisis and the way it was handled. Tensions out in the Middle East. So in comes Ronald Reagan to try to save everything, and the rest is history. So, Ronnie Reagan, yes, exactly. So let's give me a credit. Give me a couple credits here. Okay. Does not want to go up, but will go side to side. Okay, I'll take it. All right. This doesn't seem to turn out too well, folks. I'm low. Hey, 3 cities survived, and I'm out of ammunition. Oh, lovely. Look at that. We're going to do it the hard way. This doesn't seem to be, there you go. It like remaps itself every time I play a new stage. Don't think this is going to turn out too well. No, no, no. One city survived. Frick yeah. New York just went LOL. More or less. Gotta save this one city. I'm out. Oh wow. Oh, well, there you go. Ah! The end. What would be causing Cursor not to move? I have no idea. I have no idea. I do have a way around this, so never fear. Never fear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this emulator and go on to a new emulator that doesn't have that problem. So, talk amongst yourselves. This is working absolutely perfectly. Couldn't be better. Just like I planned it. Just like I planned it. Alright. New capture. And we're going to use a different emulator. One that's surprisingly good. We're going to use this emulator. I can actually skip this. So, if you recall, they made emulators, versions of commercial emulator games, and we're going to choose this one. Digital Eclipse is the best. They are. They absolutely are. That's the wrong controller, stupid. Good job. Alright. There we are. One player start. Oh, game options. Let's see. Cities to start, 6. Yup. Player speeds 3. Everything looks to be okay. Excellent. Alright, let's save some cities, folks. Not a moment too soon. Good clean miss. Always how I like to start things. Take as many as I can. Look at that. Everyone lives. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See a problem? Yep. Hey. Hey, how about that? Okay. Well, there you go. At least some cities survived, huh? Haha. This was one of the ways to play. Blind luck. Okay. Alright. Yep. Seems to be a little bit of a flaw in my strategy there. That's alright. I don't think I won. I'm not sure. Try it again. See if I can come up with a better strategy this time. Alright, so get rid of these. Get rid of those. Get rid of you 3. Oh, that's right, they branched out too. Anyhow. Alright. And I didn't use all my ammunition, so I got an extra 100 points for 1 for each missile, 10 points. Okay. Let's use the longest range one out. Something up close. Hey, no. I'm going to sacrifice that one. Only 10 points. Oopsie. Needless to say, this game did actually fairly well in the arcade. It was a different time. You know, heightened up the Cold War. And not everyone was rather distrustful of everyone. Oop, bye-bye city. And I'm out. And once again, not paying attention. Ever so slight flaw in gameplay. I survived. There must be something in that. Oh, they're coming down pretty fast now. Yep. I mean, Steam is filled with all these Cold War II or World War III like games. That is true. And a lot of them have been, you know, the theme has been around for some time. As far as video games are concerned, this was the first one. A lot of video games prior to that, you know, you had like Sheriff from Nintendo, which was just simply a simple shooter. You had Asteroids from Atari. Of course, you're out in space. Other little games like that, racing games, driving games. You had gallery games, sure, but you were just shooting targets. This was one of the first ones where the overall theme is the end of the world. I can only think of one other game prior to this off the top of my head like that. That would be Space Invaders. Remember, Space Invaders, you had to stop them from landing on Earth. That was the overall objective of the game. No matter how many lives you had left, had they reached the bottom of the playing field, the game is over. Well, here, similar theme, you lose all your cities, it's done. Game is over. The end. So, not too many examples of that back in the day. This is an early example of the end of the world type scenario. And I dare say, even with that big old explosion at the end, where it says the end, rather ominous, it literally, for us kids back in the day, it literally kind of struck a nerve because of what was going on around the world. And as you say, today, Cold War II and World War III like games, it'll never go away. I mean, then we look at the stories about artificial AI, how it takes over things, how we can't behave as human beings, and the machines kind of say, you know what, we don't need you. And that's it's a rather ominous type of setting. We'll do one more game so you can see me not play well. Thank you, Ban Hammer. Thank you very much. Thanks for the sticker. Here we go. Clean miss. Isn't that perfect? What a way to start. Yes. Because I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Well. Bye. It's nice knowing you guys. It is. Well, it's like you're watching the tidal wave coming at you, you know? Or you're the weatherman, you're looking at the hurricane maps. Oh, get you. Oh, I'm out. And complete miss. Out to bomb another day. Wave 3. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Good shooting, Tex. Yeah. Oh, stream sticker. My first one. Wow. All stream stickers are free if you have the hit stickers. Won't cost you a dime. My goodness. Perfect timing for the chaos I'm about to... I just lost everything I have. Yes. I see a bunch of me. I see some farts. I see some listens. I see some bravos. Not much of a sticker party, but hey, anything there. Love it. That means that, of course, once all this is done, and music stops, all of these sounds are going to start hitting all at once. Whoopee cushion. That's my favorite one, actually, the whoopee cushion. So normally they say turn down your speakers. It's going to get pretty loud. It probably will, even with these, with this little bit here. So if you don't take my word for it, just stick around and let your ears bleed. Gonna come right around now. Hello? Downs? Anytime? Anything? Anytime now, folks. Wow, my first sticker party, and it's just not doing it. Okay, well. There you go. It's kind of a letdown, but that's alright. I got my first one. That's all that matters. Huh. Alright then. Oh, there you go. How about that? That was fun, yeah. That was fun spam. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have to check the stickers, see what's up with that. That's weird. 100 bits. Thank you, Susan Chaos. You had problems with the stickers last time around, if I'm not mistaken, Susan Chaos. Are you unable to hit stickers again? Just out of curiosity. Huh. Okay. Let's see. See what's up with that. Yeah, obviously they're working because some of them got up there. Yep, and I see that they've been triggered. Yep. Okay. I'm in the dashboard now. And let's put one up there for me.
Yeah, a sticker.
There you go. In fact, I'll put a whole bunch of them over there.
Yeah,
there you go. Alright, so obviously something's working. Student Chaos, are you on mobile or are you on a PC or stream first, worry later? That is true. Still, I like things to work. Let's see what we got here. So back to the 2600, the system everyone had. Literally. And it's one of the few systems I can actually say that, yeah, pretty much in North America, everyone had an Atari 2600 back in those days. Let's see, there is Millipede, Missile Command. There you go. Okay, that was neat. Thank you for the hype. Let's go ahead and change the thing and move on. All right. There it is. I mean, it's up and running. Excellent. Okay, so take a look here. You can see rather similar to what we just saw in the arcade game. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. But you only have one defense. Ah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You like the fireworks? Yeah, this is. I have still the basic package. I like it too, actually. I like the basic stuff. So if you want to cheer me on, hey, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching in, regardless. I really appreciate it. We still got some to go. Got to play some Missile Command. So like I said, back in the day, we didn't have too many end-of-the-world scenario games. But this is 1980. And as I said, tensions were quite high in the world. And so, why not? Let's make a video game about it. Kind of let off some steam. You got to remember, things like Pac-Man, Centipede, Ms. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and all that, they haven't come out yet. We have yet to get our first game mascot. So, here we go. I shall hit start. Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay, keep going, keep going. That's right. There's like 8 million games in one cartridge. Ah. You know what? Soft reset. There we go. My cursor. And why is it not moving? I'm on the wrong controller again. I have to keep switching him for the console. Of course. Lose the city. Uh-oh. I get 3 rounds of ammunition per board, as opposed to 3 towers. So I still have the same amount of ammunition. And I lost the city. I see the game pretty much is the same. Not as fancy. Certainly as ominous. Miss it. Yeah. Gotta love those settings. More or less, yeah. It was the times. It was the thing of the day. Remember, there was things to download. We didn't have the internet. We pretty much were relying on what's on TV, what we read in the newspapers. And for some of the younger people, like, what's a newspaper? Exactly. What's a newspaper? What we heard on the radio. We didn't have Facebook to Twitter and all them to lie to us. Ah! No, no, no. Okay, missed. Yeah, these missiles aren't all super targeting. They will actually miss cities and defense mountain and all that kind of stuff. They come a little bit faster. You hear that little dink sound. That means I can only have 3 of these up on the screen at any given time. So if I start throwing like 5 of these, well, 3 of them are going to go. 2 of them won't. That was close. Save the day. Here we go. Come down a bit faster. Oh, missed that one. Me after my mound. You can't do that. Mine! My cities. Stay away. Oh. Oh, lost another city. Bye, Hooterville. Really didn't need you anyway. I seem to do better on the console, largely because the controls were designed for the joystick in this case. The original game was the trackball game. Oh, homing missile. Check this out. Now those missiles are guaranteed to hit a city. I'll let those... no, not my... That's found. That means that a new city is being built, effectively replacing Hooterville. Or Mayberry. Uh-oh. Let that one go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back. No. Crap. There goes another town. No. Ah. Only got one left. Gotta save that one city. Because that's where all the pizza is made. You can't destroy the pizzas. Of course they eat them. This is one of the strategies, trying to keep the city down to a minimum. Of course you won't get bonus points. Well, so much for that strategy. Yeah. You did see a mushroom cloud. You know, there it is. You did see a mushroom cloud then when they landed. That's absolutely right. Good notice on that. Again, rather ominous thing of the time. This is not a happy game. It was based on the probability then of a possible nuclear war. Tensions between us and the Soviet Union were quite high. Middle East tensions were quite high. Lots of threats here, there, everywhere. Of course, we're just coming from the energy crisis, which left a lot of people not too happy because they were unemployed. My dad fell victim to that as a mechanic. So yeah, it's this was not great times. And so what Atari could possibly do to benefit society, let's just make a video game of it so they can make a ton of money. And they did. They made a lot of money. This was an excellent port of the arcade game. Didn't have all the graphic snaz that the other one, like how many cities and all that kind of stuff, but it had enough. It had enough to keep the gameplay alive. I'm actually going to try one of the more difficult settings because I can. 3, 4, yeah. Let's try that. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any faster. It'd probably help if I had the instruction manual. It is first wave power. Now, it's funny, back in these days, when you bought the cartridge, you actually got an instruction manual. Sometimes you actually get a little comic book written by DC Comics, since we talked about them just a second ago. Kind of helped provide a story behind the game. Because a lot of these games didn't really have stories, per se. In this case, you really didn't need one. It's kind of foretelling of what's going on here. Oh, missed it. Dang. There you go. Now, they didn't have the jet or the satellite or anything like that. It's just, they did invent the smart missile. Yes, there was a game called Star Raiders. And it was like if you were on board a starship, plotting through space, finding where the bad guys are so you can get rid of them, protecting planets and whatever like that. Star Raiders, they actually came with a number pad that you would use with the game too to help plot your coordinates, going to warp speed and all that kind of stuff. The better version for that game was on the Atari 5200. I played many an hour of that one. But I have to admit, I did play the 2600 version as well. And in 1988, they made a sequel called Solaris. And if you check that out in emulation land, or if you happen to have the game itself, and I'm not doing too good. Okay, go by city. There's Hooterville and Mayberry. They've seemed to have gone up in smoke. Remember, we have to protect this one at the very least. That's where all the pizza's made. Gotta have pizza. Well, do with that one. I don't like it anyway. Gotta protect my own ammunition. And we lost that one. Okay, 2 cities left. We got this. You suck. Oh, you resistant. Ow. Here goes the pizza. No! Now what am I going to eat? This town here, they make Little Caesars. I should have let it go. I have nothing against Little Caesars. They're decent if you don't like to eat. Okay, just... Little Caesars lives again. Two of them? Oh, got him. Watch it be on the furthest side. Nope, right next to it. Okay. That's not terrible. So we're going to let go of Little Caesars. Because they deserve it. No pizza for you. No pizza for anyone now. Save ourselves! Even Centipede, believe it or not, going back to the comic book thing. Even Centipede had a comic book. Because they did that. That was the kind of thing. You know, it keeps you entertained. Remember, you're buying a game you're going to play a few times. Over and over and over again. Yeah, jeez. Get sunglasses for that one. That is Missile Command. Very good arcade port. Very good game in general. Now we're going to play a game that, well, still kind of emphasizes on military. And how bad things could be. In just a second. But first, I hit pause. Alrighty. Okay, this is Battle Zone. And it goes without saying, this is a vector graphics game. It used a color overlay. Using chaos. Laughing out loud. Must have missed something, because I was switching stuff over. The booklets that came with the games used to be the story. Exactly. And that's how they, you know, it's an arcade game. They really don't need stories. It's you put a quarter in it, you play for a bit of time, and then you say, hey, I got other things to do. Well, home games kind of did the same thing. A lot of them were just simply, games designed for you to lose. You just pretty much survive until you lose your last life, and that's the end of the game. There's no real ending to it, in other words. There were a couple games here and there, like Adventure had it, Raiders of the Lost Ark had it, even the dreaded Superman had it. But these didn't. You just kept playing and playing and playing until you couldn't. So, having said that, let's take a look at this. This is Battlezone. Now, there was a rumor that this was actually made for the United States Army as a testing simulator for tank battle. And that's not necessarily true. It looks like it could have been, but not really. So, having said that, it was just a game that Atari came out there. They thought it was a good idea, and they're exploring what they could possibly do with vector graphics. Now, we've already seen games like Asteroids, which will be coming up, Tempest, Star Trek, Star Wars, made by Atari, also had vector graphic games. They did a lot with them. They can actually do a 3D simulation with them. And this was an early example, so let's take a look at it, shall we? I'm going to play one. So let's take out the game options first so we can see, so I don't do too bad. Let's give you 5 lives. Controller is that of the arcade. Native? No, arcade's fine. Okay. Play. Okay. I am blocked. Enemies to my left. Fine. Oh, there you are. Hi. Didn't turn out too well. You ran away from my shot? Never a big fan of Battlezone? It was certainly different. Still. Okay, you suck. Yay! And I'm okay. Fine. Looks like RoboCop aiming. Kinda. In a way. Okay, yeah, okay. I got it. Okay, I missed that. Okay, missing shots. Oh, please. I know you're there somewhere. Just kind of back up. Oh, right across the bow. Excellent. I'm doing great here. Sooner or later you're going to hit me. Of course. Targeting system Star Wars similar to that. Okay. Probably should have gone native. Hey, where are you? Where are you? I know you're there somewhere. Circling around. Okay. Shoot the volcano. How about that? Right there. Yes! Ooh, good shot. Will you stop moving? Jeez. Hey, you're driving just as bad as me. Back up here. Of course. Yep. Yes. Come on. Yay! Crap. Okay. That didn't seem to go too well. 5,000. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the cheer. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Let's see. You know what? Game options. Native. Let's see what native does. Oh, much better. Okay. See, I say much better. You never guess that. Can you fire, please? Thank you. Ooh, I got a UFO. UFOs are good. Come on. I'm only here to kill you. Oh, he's right behind me. Oh, good. Let's just veer off just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. That worked out. He's right there. How the hell did I miss him? Yeah, thank you very much. London Last just gave me the lovely womp womp. See if I can outrun his shots here. I'm heading towards the volcano, and nothing will stop me. Never mind that. Volcano. I can, yeah, I'm almost there. It's like within reach. Look how realistic that is, too. I hope none of those hit me. As that tank, enemy to the rear. Yeah, I get that. Oh, that's not good. That is so not good. Yeah. Cruising missile. Bring it all. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I think one of the best ways to play this game is simply running away from everything. Yeah. Okay, I hear a lot of noise behind me. Didn't sound too good. And that's okay. We're on a quest. Is not play it? That's right. Best way to play this game is to not play it. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. Apparently had enough of my shenanigans there. Really? You're gonna have to catch me. Okay, there's a UFO. There's tanks behind me, still shooting. Now he's in front of me. And I completely miss him. Get out of my way. You would think that would work. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the unicorn. You would think that would work. You know, shoot like that. But it's steering a tank. It's not like it's a car or anything. You know, Atari's going to see this and say, man, this is the way you play Battlezone. By not playing it. Okay. Well, I did beat my high score after all. That's what's important. Okay, I heard some boomage. I know there's shooting right behind me. Probably frustrating the hell out of them. That's okay. Okay, I hear a lot of explosions behind me. Probably not the best thing to hear. That's okay. And this is so exciting, I'm down to 1 viewer. Can't beat that. I wonder why. Hey, how about that? Okay, yep, keep going. Hey, see? Haha! Of course. Yeah. No, the viewer thing's always kind of wonky anyway. The game's... Well, if you play it like it's intended, it's probably a little bit better than that. No. I want the... So I take it London Lass is not a fan of Battlezone. So that's 2 not fans of Battlezone. Soothing Chaos already indicated as such. What do you both know? I think this game is awesome. See, look at that. It even spells out in front of you. I know what I like. Fine. Fine, turn it off, jeez. Switch over to the console. Back to the emulator. Back to the Atari. And if I could spell, it's right there. Excellent. The sounds of Gabby playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. We have a little Shih Tzu. And you know what's great about Shih Tzu is that if you actually mute the volume on the second syllable, it's like I'm cursing. That's something else. We may not even get to Warlords today at this rate. Which is fine because the home version doesn't work. The arcade version was quite chaotic. Okay. Oh, I got shot. Oh. Pardon? Right away, yeah. No, this is the attract mode. Alright. This is a much more colorful version of Battlezone. You get to see your own tank. And as you can see, the treads do kind of reflect how the tank is going. You have your enemy tanks there as well. And you get shot, and it looks like that. You still have a radar screen up there at the top. And you can see the demo version does extremely well. So let's play. Okay, why are you not moving? Because I'm on the wrong screen? Yes. Oh, I know why. I'm going to braid up my controllers. Keep having to switch them, therefore getting the wires all mixed up here. So let's try this again. As you watch me go through life after life. That's not too bad. This does look a lot better. Let's just take off from here. Well, at least I shot him. Controls a lot better too, because you're only using the one joystick instead of a 2-joystick system. Oh, no! I'm going to be doing a lot of backpedaling here. goodness. Oh, goodness. And right in front of me. Yes, of course. Try it again. Okay, and behind me, there's the UFO. Okay, a couple of tanks. It's right behind me. Right behind me. Right in front. Up. Exactly. Well, look at the science fiction movies of the time. A good example of that, The Day the Earth Stood Still. We had absolutely no idea what that alien ship was doing that landed in Washington, D.C. But damn it, we're going to send all of our army troops at it. And when it comes out, we're going to shoot at him and hurt him. He could have destroyed us, but he didn't. Okay. Oh, that's right. There's a tank there. Okay. Okay, this is turning out well. Okay. Where'd the alien ship go? Oh. Oh. Okay, alien ship. We just want to study you. Want to say hi. We want to take your technology. Godzilla logic. Nuked a giant lizard who we know was mutated because of radiation. That always got me. I love it when we did that. Oh gosh. In Shin Godzilla, we recommended that we nuke the nuclear monster because you know it's like dousing fire on a fire creature. Of course, makes perfect sense. Oh, good. Oh, oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm not gonna get hit. It's funny how their cannons look so big. Oopsie. What are you, the mirror universe of Star Trek? Absolutely. Oh, Jesus. What game follows this one? I think it's Warlords, isn't it? No, Asteroids. We gotta play Asteroids. The hell with this. Alrighty. Gotta have Asteroids. Now that was a game. You're spinning your ship around. Oh yes. Missing asteroids right and left. Alien vessels coming to shoot at you. Because that's the way it was. Just gotta wait for this thing to fire up. And we wait. Let's see what you guys can see. You can see nothing. Alright, we'll change that. And technically this was a home version, but it's emulated of the arcade game, so we'll actually treat it as such, shall we? Once again, we'll get the other controller. That's fine. Watch it drop onto the floor. That's even better. Asteroids. Game options. How many ships to start? 3. Or I can do 4. Yep, just like the arcade. Here we go. If you're not sure what happened, I hit the hyperspace button, but the hyperspace button is a tricky button, as it could cause you to explode. You could go right into an asteroid, or you just self-destruct. Ah. And my ship won't appear until it's clear. A bit of a disadvantage. So what happens is large asteroids turn into smaller asteroids, which turn into even smaller asteroids, which turn into the smallest asteroids. Okay, that's a 200-point ship. Big ships are worth 200, little ships are worth 1,000, but they are much more speedier and accurate with their... Hello. It's like the Zamboni thing that's just coming at you. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. We'll try that one again. Now remember, not to hit hyperspace. Oh, please. I used to corkscrew on this game. Are you kidding? Like that. So there, you also had a thrust button. Good job. Went right into the path of the asteroid. Unique strategy for survival. It's the Wile E. Coyote approach. And when you clear the board of all these asteroids, you get more. Because it never ends. 5,000 points gets you an extra life. You're going to need them. So you use the... Man. I don't want to become one of the soothing. Kind of detrimental to the ship, to the way of life. It'll cost me another quarter down the road. It's just not good. As I said at the top of the stream here, oh Jesus, wow. As I said at the top of the stream here, by the way, there was a band out there, it was a duo actually, called Buckner and Garcia, and they recorded a big hit called Pac-Man Fever, and they were selling it around. They, you know, who wanted to buy it and all that. And CBS Records said, yeah, as long as you make an album of songs. And they're like, really? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so, lo and behold, they did. They made an album of songs. Columbia Records, excuse me. And that's what they did. And it was actually decent. No. One of the songs was called Hyperspace. And it was based off of asteroids. And the lyrics are actually pretty cool. It's 80s bubblegum pop. But it was actually pretty cool. Namco was not okay with that. Hyperspace, good job. Namco, they really didn't have a say either way. It just happened. And the way it works out, just like with satire and anything else, is protected under the First Amendment. More or less, it's just a celebration of the song. I'm not really sure what Namco's opinion was of the songs in the first place, but it sure did make a lot of money. Got a lot of airplay. It is a one-hit wonder. Because they only hit the top 40. Buckner and Garcia only hit the top 40 once in their span. But it was actually a pretty cool song. Ooh, that's close. Come on. And only 4 shots can be at the screen at the same time. Damn. Okay. Might run a little late here, folks. That's alright. I'm having fun playing asteroids. Ah! No. No. There you go. Well, that's asteroids for the arcade, so let's take a look at it for the home. This will be the last game for today. Warlords can live on for another day. Ah, yes, asteroids. There it is. Clear the screen. Bring over the console. My 19-inch virtual TV. Now, actually, I didn't have a 19-inch TV yet. Back in this day and age, I had a 12-inch black and white Gold Star television. and I played my Atari on that for years. And if you ever saw the Atari, it actually had a black and white switch, so it would look different on a black and white television versus a color television. And the reason being that so it would definitely shade things similar color, so you can tell what's what. For the most part, some games didn't really have a difference. Usually, the later games didn't, but this one did. So let me switch over my following controller one more time. Where the hell did it go? It's right in front of me. Excellent. Okay, those, my friends, are asteroids. Hard to believe. Almost looks like floating things in water. But nonetheless, there it is. So game one, let's play. Oh, I like this part too. You just hold down the button. Kind of randomizes where the asteroids will be. Similar game. Now, the asteroids don't seem to flop around nearly as much. That's because of the difficulty setting. You can make them stray a bit far. As you can see, they're pretty much running in the same pace and pattern. Asteroids from the 60s, you say? You did, Chessarth. You did, actually. Oh, good job. Got me in there just to get crushed. This came out in 1979 for both the arcade and the home. So if you actually had an Atari back in those days, so a lot of people didn't get their Ataris until like 1980 and maybe a little bit beyond that. Just to get disappointed years later by Pac-Man. Wow. Okay, asteroids are in my path. The big asteroids are worth something like 10 points. Mediums are worth 50. Small ones are worth 100. Eventually, a little spaceship will come at me. Wow. Loads of asteroids now. And that's basically the object of the game, is to survive. Get rid of all these asteroids in your field. 5,000 points gets you an extra life. Adventure. Oh, no, it's funny. I love Berserk. It was one of... Thank you. Thank you for... That sounded rather piercing in the headphones. Thank you. I love Berserk. That was such a great game. Especially if you actually got to play the arcade game, because it was a talkie arcade game. Stern, who was known for making pinball tables, that was like one of their first arcade games, video games, that they had made. They don't have a whole lot under their belt. They had a lot of games that came from other companies like Taito. But that was one that they made themselves, and it was a really good game. Venture was pretty cool, too. Venture, you ran around as a happy face with your arrow, trying to shoot all the baddies, trying to find a treasure in each of the rooms. They didn't make that one, I don't think, for the 2600. I know they made it for ColecoVision, which was actually quite good. But I don't recall one for the 2600 itself. But this particular game that we're playing right now, this is Generation 1. And I have that back in 1979. I did have my Atari back then. I certainly had this game. Mom was a fan of Asteroids. She loved the game. She wanted to play it too. So I couldn't hog the machine up all the time. Thank you. I forgot about that. I happen to love this era of gaming, largely because this is where I got started. The first arcade game I ever played sounds like a microwave going on. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, believe it or not, the arcade did the same thing. That's the high-pitched beep, signifying that you got an extra life. First arcade game I ever played was Space Invaders. Back in 1978, when it actually premiered. And my dad's friend was a video game dealer of sorts. And kind of got started with that. Got me interested in playing the games. I had played pinball tables and shooting gallery games and stuff like that. That was with the Atari version. The game froze when the intruder alert came on. Yeah. For the 5200, yes. Agreed. 2600 didn't talk so much. Certainly that version. They did have a couple of games that did have a speech thingy in it, you know, like Quad Run. But no, this Berserk for the 2600 did not speak. 5200 did speak, but the game did freeze. You're absolutely right. But I love the attract mode in Berserk for the arcade. It said coins detected in pocket, which was kind of cool at the time. You walk in front of machines. How the hell did you know? Then you run away screaming. Now the game is possessed. Not that I ever did that. Although there was a pinball table that did something very similar. And that was Pinbot and Williams. I love that game. And that's what you said there, Vin. Sounds like simple games anyone can play is not a bad thing. Those looking for age-appropriate, got age-appropriate. We didn't have age-appropriate games per se back then. That wasn't a thing yet. You have to look at it this way. A lot of people, a lot of adults, thought that video games were for kids, especially the home console versions. My dad certainly did. It took away from school. It took away from outside playing and the same stuff that you hear today. Well, you heard that then too. Can't really say much about that. And it's true. There was a time in my teenage years when video games made a revival and such like that, where I was playing so much games it actually affected my schoolwork. And for the first time ever, I was in danger of failing a grade. And you know, it's rather embarrassing. My mom's a teacher. She has been a teacher for some time, and you just don't do that. So I had to kind of wean off for a while. Not that I had a choice, because you know, either that or I flunk. And I made up for it the following year by getting a 3.7 grade point average from a 1.5. I barely made out of my junior year with a passing grade. And it's tough to admit that, but it's true. You will get caught up with it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Soothing Chaos. It's for me to say. I have to admit, I think I put this on the easiest setting. 27 did have the voice. I remember, just very scratchy. Didn't have a 5200 since I ended up with an 800 system. Ah, yes, the 800. 5200 was actually based off the same hardware the 800 was. It was just simply a console as opposed to a computer. But Berserk was one I loved. I've always referred to him as the bathroom man, because he kind of looked like the men's bathroom symbol. But I love that game. Berserk was one of my absolute favorites. And, speaking of Berserk, that too was actually on the Buckner and Garcia Pac-Man Fever album. In fact, it was the last track, the 8th track, called Goin' Berserk. And you probably can find that on YouTube. You can listen out for it. For sure, they find some way to evade the copyright or whatever like that on it. Make DCMA happy. Hey Strax, how you doing? Welcome aboard. We're playing some Asteroids. It is going. In fact, I'm playing the last game of the set today. We're playing arcade versus console, and today's wow. Doing on that one. It's Asteroids games. Rather, Atari games, excuse me. Atari made some awesome arcade games of the day. Well, they also made home versions of the day, too, and they actually turned out to be pretty good. But this is one of the ways you can just screw around with the game. I didn't have a hyperspace button because we only had one button on the joystick. Okay, come on. Center up, center up, center up, center up, center up, center up. Okay, stay. Recenter. Close enough. Ah. Oh, it's good. Excellent. Glad to hear that, Strax. You are playing an outstanding game, by the way. I have to mention Strax Meister 5, folks. And Twitch, he is playing Alien. Was it Isolation? And I dare say, if you're a fan of the Alien movies, in my opinion, the first two movies were like the only movies that mattered. Alien and Aliens. The rest of them, who cares? But this game is actually better than the last 4 Alien movies combined, including Prometheus and whatever the hell the sequel was that I can't remember off the top of my head. Because it made that kind of an impact on me. I did too, actually. 3 and 4 were the worst. Yeah, they were. 3 and 4 were the worst. I missed... You gotta remember, Chessar, we didn't have directional pads yet. That kind of came about a little bit later with Nintendo and the Sega Master System. Actually, the Sega Master System was first. The joystick was pretty much the only thing we had. I mean, take a look at the other consoles back in the day, like the ColecoVision, the Television, the 5200, even the 7800 stuck with a joystick. The 7800 was designed prior to the crash, but released after the crash. Okay. I'm gonna have to call it quits soon. Because I can only do so much. Hey, Angry Blueberry, what's up? Angry Blueberry, another fine streamer. Check him out when you have a chance. As with Strax and... Oh my goodness, Chessar joining in, appreciate it. Thank you all so much. I have to admit, now there was a game that I had for the Atari 2600 that I absolutely loved. It was designed by Howard Scott Warshaw, who also designed later on E.T., so there's that. But he came up with the game Yar's Revenge. And if you haven't had a chance, no way around that one. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I didn't realize I was already on the board yet. Okay, there we go. That was quick. Oh, easy go, easy come. Got my life back. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a fine Saturday afternoon here in my neck of the world. Sitting here playing a 40-plus-year-old video game, talking with other fellow Twitch streamers and watchers and all that kind of good stuff. Going through a sort of midlife crisis in video game land. Because I don't mind telling you guys, there will be another stream before it actually happens. But in just a few days, I'm going to turn 50. And it's going to be... people always ask me, you know, like when I turn 40, how does it feel? And I'm like, the same? Feels like the same back when I was 39, strangely enough. The Big 5, yeah, Big 5-0. 5 sets of 10 orbits. Or 25 twice, whatever you want to call it. I feel so old. 29, yeah, you mentioned that in your last stream, turning 29. Oh my goodness. You know what I was doing when I was 29, Angry? I was a store manager for GameStop back in those days. And we had a lot of fun. The PlayStation 2 was out, the Xbox, GameCube, and all them. And it was just a lot of fun. We did some good times there with the store and playing the games and stuff like that. So, there's that. But now I'm playing games when I was a child. Here I am now an adult. Now GameStop has become a shell of its former self. I totally agree. I totally agree. Just wait when you're in Discord and all the 18 to 20-year-olds call you old. A boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm not a boomer. Soothing Chaos. Going to be 34 in May. Watch out for the ages, folks. If you're under 18, don't mention anything. I have to kick you out. This is a mature stream. Okay? Just to give you a heads up. Because I do have to kind of throw that disclaimer out there. So, if you're under 18, lie. Tell me you're 18, please. I feel old, but I haven't started my life yet. Well, I tell you, I'm going to, let's see. How can I do it this way? I'm going to bring up my old friend here. This is Happiness Personified. Wrong screen, stupid. There he is. That I drew initially in 1988. So this fella is 35 years old. And that's my caricature of myself. And even at that age, I was kind of snarky, you know. Certainly sarcastic. But it's all in good. I remember I had somebody tell me, you know, try to convince me I'm not sarcastic, I'm facetious. So why is that? Well, when you're facetious, you're doing it lighthearted. You're being punny, if you will. But if you're sarcastic, you intend to hurt. And then I told her, but I do intend to hurt. And that ended the conversation right then and there, because I really didn't want to discuss it. But anyway, that's me. So I don't feel old per se. I feel old in certain ways as my body is not doing things that it did years ago. And that's just the way it works. That's how life works. But as far as anything else, as far as my attitudes and things like that, it's still the same curmudgeon, snarky, sarcastic, crabby old me. So you're not looking forward to that. And well, I have to admit, I am not in the best of shape, but that's my own fault. And I work in an environment where I sit down all day. I don't get to get up so much. I'm rather sedentary in movement because I'm in front of a computer for 9 hours a day. But I could get out more. I could exercise more and stuff like that. I could try to build my legs back up because they're the things that are giving me problems right now. But that's just the way it is. But as far as anything else, I never act my age. It's that simple. And in my case, that's what kind of keeps me young, I think. My mom is guilty of that, too. She's going to turn 80 this year, next month, as a matter of fact. And you would never guess that just by looking at her. She still has red hair and everything. And she's never acted her age. Now, my dad, on the other hand, they're the same age. And he acts his age. Boy, does he act his age. And he looked 10 years older than Mom. But that's because that's his attitude. That's what he did. Mom, on the other hand, no, she didn't do that. She kept young. She kept fit. Kept things youthful, I guess. She liked to have fun, and that's kind of the way it should work. Try to make the most of what you got. It does help out. It's better than sitting around moping all day. It's better than sitting around being angry all the time. I fear that my job, maybe my job in the future, is sitting in front of a PC all day. Yeah, well, I've been doing my job now. Thanks, Drax. Appreciate it. I've been doing my job now. My specific job that I'm doing right now, I've been doing for over 13 years. I've been where I'm employed. I've been there now for almost 19 years. I've seen a lot of things happen. Just think good thoughts. That's what my mom always says. And as curmudgeon as I am, cranky as cantankerous as I am, deep down I do think good thoughts because it's better than thinking bad thoughts. And things always work out in the end anyway. Like it or not. May not always be what you want, but it's better than what you had. Stuff, especially with society today. Oh, I agree. I'm not going to get political or anything like that because that's not what this stream's about. But over the last few years, I think we've become a worse society in general simply because of the fact of how we've been behaving. And we see it all the time on YouTube and other social media. I'm afraid of what's in store in the future, says Strax. I am too, in a way. If we keep going where we're going, definitely. Then, I've seen job posts where they list dozens of duties, all of which they want you to do within a 9 to 5. Yeah. Oh, I noticed that too. This is like they're rather ambiguous now with the job description. And they say, oh, you're going to work. And then they throw you a whole slate of things that they want you to do that they didn't tell you about. That's what they do. Yep. Well, and that's a happy ending here for, for this note. Society's ills. Next week we'll talk about plague. No, I have no idea what we're going to be talking about next week. I think, as a fan of Star Trek, I'm going to end it with this, folks. As a fan of Star Trek, as Mr. Spock would say, there are always possibilities. And I've kind of adapted that as my motto as well. There are always possibilities. Nothing is truly impossible if you put your mind to it. I've accomplished things that I would describe as impossible. I've certainly seen miracles, even at work. Things that I didn't think would actually happen, but did. Now, if I could actually win the lottery, that'd be great. That'd be an awesome end. But I can't rely on that. That's true. I really need to put my mind into things. It's better than the alternative. If you don't try, it's a guaranteed fail. If you do try, you might fail. In fact, you probably will fail. But you know what you did to cause that fail, and don't do it again, you may succeed. You have to have failure. That's the only way we learn in getting it right. And having said that, now that I've been on this earth now for nearly 50 years, I've seen a great deal of failure. And I've accomplished a great deal learning from that failure. But I've often joked around saying that the Homo sapiens is the dumbest species on the planet for what we do to one another, just because, for the intangible things, for the things that are abstract, as opposed to anything worthwhile or survival. For a side of philosophy, indeed, London lasts. Again, we're talking about happy stuff here, like failure, impossibility. Yes. Thanks, man. I've been feeling stagnant lately while peers are moving fast. I have to admit, Strax, so have I. I actually was out looking for another job due to my recent recall back to the office. And I'm looking at like Vin described, they give you a vague thing, but they don't really tell you what, and then you kind of learn what is what, and you don't really want to do that, or like the pay is not as great or whatever like that. But that's what it is. What can I tell you? Think good thoughts, folks. Things do brighten up. May not just know it at the time. I'll tell you a real quick story before I head on out here. So a long time ago, I worked on a production floor where a manager came in. She used to be the old boss, then came a new boss, kind of like the Who song, and then that new boss left and have her own life or whatever. So the old boss came back, and the old boss and I didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and I had enough of her, if you will. But I loved my job. I really loved my job at the time. But I didn't like her, so I went out and found another job. And I gave my, notice that I'm leaving and all that kind of stuff. And literally on the last day of of that particular job, in the last hour, I was about to leave, pack it up all and everything. She called me into her office. I said, okay, I knew this was coming. Got to turn in my work phone and all that kind of stuff. And she surprised me by asking me to stay. And I never thought, again, we did not like each other at all. And I said, okay. What will it take for you to stay? I said, well, I don't want to be a manager for you anymore. And I want to go back to a team that I helped create down the road a couple of years back. And she agreed. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, this is my last few minutes here in this particular job in this building, and I'm in the presence of a miracle. A person who can't stand me, who would love to get rid of me, is asking me to stay. And I did. And I stayed there for another couple of years. The client wanted me to stay. Yeah, London Lass knows all about that. London Lass, by the way, if you don't know, she is my wife. And we both met at this particular workplace. And I tell you, it was the 5 greatest years of my life. But it was a miracle. It was a bona fide, in my mind, it was a bona fide miracle. And I have no regrets for that. I could have moved on and become a financial advisor, which is what I was going to do. Of course, then 2008 hit and the crash and all that. But aside from that, I did stay. I did eventually get into trouble and did eventually get dismissed from the job. But I did. The miracle happened. I did stay, and gosh, that's so long ago. So if you're there, if you see a miracle, know it's there, you kind of put your mind together on it. Go with it. I have no regrets. And on that happy note, if you like what you saw, give me a follow. I greatly would appreciate that. I also have. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think so, Angry. I really do. It's I won't mention Geek Squad. Oh, damn! I just said it. If you like what you saw, give me a follow, please. I have a bunch of stuff on YouTube, like a page that mirrors this one with all the stuff that's no longer on Twitch. And I also have an old match game YouTube page as well that was created back before the Earth cooled down and dinosaurs were still roaming the Earth. I have an Instagram page with the bunch of stuff that I've collected over the last 4.5 decades of gaming and things of that nature. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got to say. The music actually ran out. How about that? I have no more music. That does not happen too often. It's 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and when you hear the bell... Let's see, is there anyone I can raid right now? There's a bunch of people out there. I know Strax is not raidable right now because he's here in chat with me. How did you, Strax, tell me real quickly. You didn't beat the game this go around, did you? I'm just rather curious because I've seen the game played to its fruition. Yo, did you beat the Alien Isolation game? Just out of curiosity. He has not. Thank you. Okay. I'm not going to reveal anything, Strax, but it's a great, great game. You're going to love every second. 50% in? Good. Oh, it's a hell of a game. It really is. I was really surprised about how well that was done. You're in for a good ride. Okay, raidy time. Who can I raid? Ooh, what the heck?
Yeah.
I am stunned with that. Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta have 4 more. There's a streamer out there. His name is Lollipop Jai. She's doing a subathon right now. It means that the more subs she has, well, the weirder things get, I'm afraid. But she is an excellent streamer. We're going to go ahead and raid to her with my my bit of viewers here. Again, if you like what you saw, follow and thingy and all that kind of good stuff. I have YouTube links. I have Instagram links. Things of that general nature. I'm going to start the raid right now. You folks have a fantastic day.
Level 19.